So I want to talk to you about all this Caitlin Clark controversy with race and Pruddy and all this crap. Especially, I want to talk to Jemele Hill and Sunny Hostin. Could the two of you really not talk about basketball, please? Because I don't really need to throw up. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're talking about. So really just the best thing, I had an acting teacher, Mark Marno, he passed away, and he told me, he told a class, he said, if you don't know what to do, do nothing. And that goes for you two and the rest of them. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk. Okay? So I grew up playing basketball in the schoolyards of Brooklyn. I mean, that was my whole life until I tore my ACL at 18. I used to wear Chuck Taylor high-top Converse because Unitas wore high-top, so I had to. And then I remember if somebody came on the court with Adidas 3-stripe, they would have to suffer because they disrespected basketball because only pros wore Adidas 3-stripe. And, I was back then a dead-eye shooter. I worked on my game religiously. I played full court in the rain by myself so I would be good in adverse conditions. I took it very, very seriously. I was the best player on my high school varsity team. I was the only junior that started, whatever. So this was really what I was interested in when I was younger. I mean, I was a big fan of watching. Wilt Chamberlain was the first guy that I followed, even though I was a shooting guard. The 76ers, Luke Jackson, Hal Greer, Wally Jones, Billy Cunningham. Then I was major big fan of UCLA with Lute and was Kareem. And I remember the Big E went off on him at the Astrodome. Bill Walton, he should rest in peace. Lucius Allen, Marcus Johnson. Then we're going into the Knicks. What do you got? Walt Frazier, Reed, DeBusschere, Bradley, Barnett. I mean, I was totally into this, right? So let me explain to you why people watch sports, in this case specifically basketball. People watch so they could go, how the hell did he do that? Can you believe that? That's not even possible. That's why we watch. That's why we watch Michael when he fakes going to one way, then he comes the other way, and then he dunks the ball right in Ewing's face. Or we watch Dr. J palms the ball, and then he comes flying all the way from under the basket to the other side and scoops it in. And we watch Kobe when he comes from one side of the basket, and he goes under the basket, and then he slams it on the other side. Or Steph Curry shooting from the logo. Or, for the first time, a female shooting from 35 feet on the run and hitting them consistently. And that's why we make a fuss about Caitlin Clark, okay? Because she's a phenom. That's why. Not because the color of her skin or how she looks or anything, all right? And I'm really surprised at you, Sunny Hostin. You're supposed to be a lawyer. You're a lawyer? That's the case you're making? If you want to make a case for racism, then point out the black player that shoots from 35 feet out on the run. Then you have a case. Not just spewing stuff you don't know anything about. I'm out. God bless you. God bless America, the greatest country in the world.